Morning, Professor Makino. I am
Morning.
Aditi Yadav, and I'll be your interviewer today. It's a real pleasure to welcome you to the COP30 Virtual Ocean Pavilion on behalf of the Global Ocean Forum.
Mm,
So, before we begin, I'd like to briefly share what the pavilion is all about. The COP30 Virtual Ocean Pavilion is an online space that brings together scientists, policymakers, youth leaders, and civil society to highlight how vital the ocean is in tackling climate change. So it runs alongside the UNFCCC COP30 negotiations, creating opportunities for learning, dialogue, and collaboration. So, through expert interviews like this one, the pavilion aims to give everyone tuning in a deeper look into the ocean climate discussions. As for me, I'm a marine science graduate with a research focus, deeply interested in marine ecology and environmental toxicology.
mm.
My work explores the ecosystem dynamics of invasive species and the environmental impacts of plastic pollution. Alongside my research, I also volunteer for EcoSpectrum, where I help promote ocean literacy among neurodivergent communities. I've also worked with the Laboratory of Oceanology and Geosciences in Wimereux, France, and the Ministry of Earth Sciences, NCPOR in Goa. Recently, I also participated in Citizen of the Ocean, youth-led world forum, which is supported by organizations such as Nausicaá, the World Ocean Network, and the European Union, where we tackled ocean decade challenges and developed youth priorities for a sustainable and equitable ocean. So later, I also joined the third United Nations Ocean Conference, that is the UNOC3 in Nice, to present this outcome and contribute to youth-led advocacy for science-based ocean action under SDG 14. So, Professor, to start off, could you please introduce yourself and share how your work connects to the global ocean climate agenda at COP30?
Okay, my name is Mitsutaku Makino. I'm a professor of the Atmosphere and Ocean Research Institute of the University of Tokyo. And also, I am a president of a private research institute called Ocean Policy Research Institute of the Sasakawa Peace Foundation. So I have two hats. I am a research professor and also I am head of a research institute. And my specialty is the ocean policy, ocean conservation, and also fisheries resource management. And recently, my main focus is the integration of the ocean-related policy measures into the integrated ocean policy. Yeah, that is my introduction. Very nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you too, Professor. That's wonderful. I'm sure many young people watching this will find your insights truly inspiring, just as I do.
Hmm.
So, with this, Professor, I would just like to ask you that it would be really helpful if you could start off with an explanation for the youth about where parties currently stand with negotiations, and simultaneously, can you also elaborate on some major items relating to ocean that party negotiators are deciding on?
Yeah, by the decision at the COP27, the OCCD started as a formal item. Ocean is included as a formal discussion agenda of the UNFCCC. This is a big change, and I'm very happy with that. And now, all the member countries and the NGOs or civil societies like us are discussing how the ocean measures or can contribute to the NDCs or how we can create the synergy between ocean policy and the climate policy and biodiversity conservation policies. Yes, this is the current situation in my understanding. And this is very important for youth generation because maybe as you know, the more than 70% of the ocean surface is covered by ocean. Sorry, Earth surface is covered by ocean. And it is a very important source for the CO2 absorption and also heat absorption. And this is a very important buffer, as well as it could be a solution, not only one solution, but one of many solutions to deal with the climate change issues. And yeah, we will have a lot of opportunities and a lot of business chances for young generations for new business and solving issues, social issues and environmental issues. So it's very important for your generation, I think. And yeah, I really hope you will find it very, challenging area for business. That is my understanding.
Of course, Professor. So, with these negotiations going on, what are your expectations coming from the COP30? And what would you consider a success for the ocean among COP30 outcomes?
Okay, yes, because ocean is relatively a new agenda in UNFCCC negotiations. So the most important thing from my viewpoint is to raise awareness about the fact that the ocean can be the solution and ocean can be the opportunity for the future. This is the very important thing. And based on that, I hope if each member countries can discuss the potentiality of the ocean into their NDCs or adaptation plan. And also, we would like to share our latest knowledge, latest scientific knowledge, or latest technology, or good, success stories all over the world. Also, we would like to identify the issues or, the challenges we are facing. So, ultimately, if we can include some sentences relating to ocean as the source of, as a solution to the climate change issues in some decisions, if we can include it in decisions, that will be a great success.
Sure, Professor, it would be. So, for this, what collaboration is needed and with whom to make this happen? And what would be the best alternative to your desired outcome for the ocean?
Good. Yeah, we need many collaborations among many, actors. Yeah, for example, of course, we need collaborations between member countries and international organizations like UN agencies. Especially now, some of big countries are not very positive. I mean, they're reluctant to dealing with the climate change issues, or they are not very happy to join our discussions. So we need more collaboration to for the advancement of our discussion. This is one thing. Also, among countries, we need collaborations between the developed countries and developing countries, because we work together for the capacity building or resource sharing. And another thing I would like to point out is the importance of the collaboration between knowledges. I mean, I am a researcher, so we are producing scientific knowledge. But on the other hand, if you go to the local communities or small islands, there are many traditional knowledge accumulated there. And if you go to the government agencies, of course, government officers have lots of knowledge and experiences in policy making and policy implementation and monitoring. And if you talk with a business person, they have a very good idea and experiences in economic activities. So we need the collaboration of these variety of types of the knowledges to deal with and to solve the issues we are facing. This is very important, I think. And in addition, of course, we need the coordination between younger generation and the senior generations. And the senior generation has knowledge and experiences, but the younger generations have ambitions and idea for innovations and power to do new things. So yeah, the collaboration and synergy between these two generations are the key to solve the problem. Yeah, that's the collaboration we need.
So true, Professor. So, what can be done within the UNFCCC work streams to promote ocean climate action as well as support the capacity building needs that will enable countries to incorporate ocean based solutions, and how?
Yeah, I think subsidiary bodies are very important. For example, Substa or the SBI should discuss more explicitly and more systematically about the ocean-related topics. So, ocean should be included in agenda. This is one thing. Another idea is, each member country has NDC and NAP, National Adaptation Plan, and it will be reviewed periodically. So at that reviewing process, we can include more information about ocean-related measures, or we can recommend ocean-related, policy measures to be included in NDC or NAP in each member countries. As for the capacity building or education, UNFCCC can develop a module for ocean literacy or ocean policy measures, or we can organize a webinar. That kind of activities will be very helpful and effective, I think.
So, Professor, how can these countries be supported to increase their understanding of potential ocean solutions, and what can be done to promote efforts to include ocean solutions into their NDCs and NEPs?
Yes, very important questions. First of all, we should share information, the latest information and good practices. For example, we can develop fact sheets or good example case study book. For example, it will include the mangrove restorations or blue carbon activities or wind farm. The co-benefits are created by the offshore wind farm or setting marine protected areas. We have many good stories and many good success stories from all over the world. So the first thing is if we can share that information, it will help. It will support the member countries. Also, as I mentioned, the NDC and NAP are very important instrument. So, for example, technical papers or consultation processes should be implemented to support the development or drafting process of NDC or NAP in each member countries. In that process, the younger generations or indigenous people should be included in that process. And financial support is also very important, especially for the developing countries or small island states. So that's the support, I think, important for the member countries.
Also, Professor, in addition to NDCs and NEPs that you mentioned, how can countries best leverage existing processes and actions to strengthen ocean-based climate action?
Yeah, very good questions. Each member country has has a variety of policy measures in addition to NDCs and NAPs. So creating a synergy, designing the synergies between, NDC or NAP and existing ocean-related policy measures are expected. For example, the fisheries policy or biodiversity policies or NBSAP, these policy measures can be leveraged with NDCs and NAPs. This is one thing. Also, I think the business is very important. Economy is very important. So we can develop a blue economy plan or a blue economy strategy to grow new industry such as offshore wind farm or zero emission shipping or blue carbon credits. As I mentioned earlier, we have a big opportunity for new businesses. And in relation to that, disaster risk reduction is very important, especially countries like Japan or Asian, small island states where we have, occasionally, periodically, we are having the earthquakes and tsunamis. So we should take it into account and we should try to create the synergies between disaster risk reduction measures and NDCs and NAPs. Finally, I think the coordination and collaborations by area is very effective. Each country has its own, NDCs or NAPs. But if you look at the areas, for example, the Pacific Island areas or East Asian areas or, South African areas, that kind of aerial coordination and collaboration can leverage the effectiveness of NDCs and NAPs. Yes, that is my idea.
So, Professor, since you already referred to the disaster risk reduction, there are many nature-based solutions coming up in many countries and actually put into action. So, how can we incentivize nature-based solutions recognizing the climate and biodiversity crises that are deeply intertwined?
Yes, very good question. First of all, we need awareness raising. Based on scientific facts, we promote and the value of NBS to, for example, policymakers or decision makers or the civil society as a whole. This is the first step. And then I believe each member country, I really hope that each member country will legislate a new law or new acts to promote NBS in each country. And in order to achieve that, we need, of course, taxation, or we can facilitate NBS by subsidies. And one key aspect to promote NBS is the co-benefit created from the NBS. For example, if you plant mangroves at the coastal area, then of course you can that area can be marine protected areas, and that can be the habitat for the endangered species. It will contribute to the biodiversity, but also it will contribute to the increase of the fisheries resources, or so. And also, it will capture the plastic debris, and it can be used as the blue carbon credits. So we can create co-benefits by implementing the nature-based solutions. This, co-benefit is a key concept. So financing. For example, private investment and public joint, investment, private and public joint investment would facilitate that kind of activities. And finally, I would like to point out the importance of the scientific monitoring. We need the evidence. We need the scientific knowledge to support and to justify the nature-based solutions. Yes, that's it.
So, Professor, how will you ensure that your efforts to incorporate the ocean-based solutions will include indigenous people and local communities? And what is needed to ensure these benefits are equitably distributed?
Oh, good question. I've been working with local fishing communities in Japan for a long time. And my experiences say that local fishermen, especially the coastal fishermen, in Japan, we have many fishing communities having a history of more than 700 years, or some communities has been conducting fisheries for more than 1,000 years. So they have accumulated a lot of knowledges, local ecological knowledges and local, fisheries knowledges at their fishing ground. And this knowledge is, of course, very local knowledge. So, but very important to strengthen and complement the scientific knowledge we are producing. For example, if you use the satellite, you can monitor wide, coastal area at, instantaneously, quickly. But, we have the historical data of such satellite images for only several decades. But local community people has, the experiences and knowledge of the coastal ecosystem for hundreds of years. These two knowledges are both very important, so we can, help each other. And actually, I am learning a lot. Every time I visit the local communities, we learn a lot from the local fishermen. So the most important thing is the respect to local people, respect to the local knowledge accumulated over the generations. And if you have a due respect, then of course the benefit sharing should be the common sense, of course, as a part of our respect, and their, intellectual rights should be also respected. So my answer is, the respect is the most important.
So, lastly, Professor, in your opinion, how effective is the ocean and climate change dialogue in providing a formal and regular forum for countries and relevant stakeholders to exchange lessons learned, challenges faced, and opportunities to strengthen ocean-based mitigation and adaptation action? So, what's your view on that?
Yeah, I believe this is very important, and will be very effective. But we have just begun, only 3 years. So it could be very effective in the future. So now is very important timing for us to make it, happen. From my point of view, the important key concept is again co-benefit, or designing the nexus, creating synergy and avoiding the trade-offs. And ocean can be a solution. Ocean will be the chance for young generations, opportunities for the new businesses. It could be a huge business. You can make a lot of money if you like, and you can solve the issues the human beings are facing. So I really hope, the new, Bill Gates or new Elon Musk will emerge from the ocean communities. Yeah, that is my hope to younger generation.
Sure, Professor. One day we will we will be part of a community like that, and of course, with the help of people like you, I guess for sure youth will rise to a level that will, of course, help the oceans. I just hope one day.
Yes, you can. Let's make it.
So, Professor, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and experiences with us today. It's been truly inspiring to hear about your work and perspective. So, before we wrap up, is there anything that you'd like to ask me, or perhaps one key message that you'd like to share with the youth and future ocean leaders?
Yes, the young generation's youth are very important. You are the hope and for us. So I would like to ask you, younger generations, what you need from us. What do you expect from our generations? How we can support you to, make new businesses and fully utilize the ocean as the solution for the climate change issues.
All right, so I guess there are only two things needed. First is guidance, and the second one is support. So, since we are the youth of today's world, so we are very learned and we are aware of all the things going on. So, what we need is guidance from older generations like you, because you already are in the field and very, very experienced. And the things that we haven't faced yet is something that you already know about. So, first of all, we'll be needing your guidance in order to advance in any kind of field. And second is support, because as you already mentioned in the interview, we bring new perspectives and new ideas to each and every field that we participate in. So, if we collaborate, if we get our new ideas and your guidance, then for sure we'll be making a difference one day.
Good, good, very good. So, yeah, again, youth generation are the hope for human beings. So, yeah, we are very happy to support you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Professor. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, and we deeply appreciate your time and all that you're doing to advance global ocean policy. So, we look forward to following your continued work with OPRI and positive impact that it will create. Thank you so much, Professor, for
My
today's.
pleasure. Thank you very much for having me today.